So far this year, one single country has launched more than 650 new car models. Not 650 cars sold, 650 completely different models from dozens of different brands in less than 7 months. To put that in perspective, that's roughly 3 brand new car models being announced somewhere in this country every single day. Nowhere else on Earth is anything close to this happening. So what's actually going on? And is this genuinely impressive or a warning sign? In this video, we're breaking down exactly why this is happening, how a single country's auto industry can possibly move this fast, who's actually winning this race, and what the honest downsides of this pace might be. We'll look at the manufacturing advantages driving this boom, the brutal price war fueling it, who's actually pulling ahead of the pack, and what it means for car buyers everywhere else in the world, including here in the US. This channel covers the future of cars and mobility every week, so if that's your thing, subscribe. Let's get into it. Let's actually put 650 into perspective, because on its own, it's just a big number. In a typical year, the entire United States auto market sees somewhere around 30 to 40 genuinely new model launches across every single brand combined, from every major manufacturer selling here. Europe as a whole isn't dramatically higher than that either, even counting every country and every brand operating across the continent. So one country alone is producing roughly 15 to 20 times more new car models than an entire other continent's market in the same stretch of time. This isn't one company doing this. It's the combined output of well over 100 different domestic car brands, many of which most people outside the country have genuinely never even heard of, all launching new models simultaneously and constantly, month after month. So how is this even physically possible? The biggest factor is manufacturing speed, and it comes down to how tightly the entire supply chain is integrated in one place. Battery production, electric motor manufacturing, software development, and final vehicle assembly are often all happening within the same regional cluster, sometimes even the same company. That means a new model can go from initial design to full production in a fraction of the time it takes traditional automakers elsewhere, where batteries, chips, and components often have to be sourced from completely different countries and shipped long distances. Some manufacturers have reportedly cut the entire development cycle for a new model down to roughly 18 to 24 months, compared to a traditional industry average that's often closer to 4 or 5 years for a truly new vehicle platform. The second major driver is a brutal, ongoing price war between domestic manufacturers competing for the same buyers. With well over 100 companies chasing market share in one country, the fastest way to stand out is constantly releasing new models with new features at aggressive prices, rather than sticking with the same lineup for years the way many traditional automakers historically have. This has pushed average prices down dramatically, which is genuinely great for consumers in the short term, but it also means profit margins for many of these companies are razor thin, or in some cases reportedly negative. Manufacturers are essentially locked in a constant race to outlaunch each other just to stay visible in a crowded market, because standing still, even for a year, can mean disappearing from buyers' attention entirely. With this many competitors, a clear hierarchy has still emerged. A small handful of manufacturers, including the country's largest domestic electric vehicle maker, have pulled well ahead of the pack in total sales volume, increasingly competing not just domestically, but for the position of the world's largest automaker overall. Beneath that leading tier, there's a much larger group of mid-sized brands fighting hard for relevance, alongside newer entrants, including some technology and smartphone companies that have recently expanded directly into building cars themselves. But there's also a long tail of much smaller manufacturers producing only a handful of these 650 models, many of which industry analysts widely expect won't survive the next few years of this level of competition. This is less a story of 650 winners, and much more a story of a small number of eventual winners emerging from a genuinely brutal field. So is all of this actually sustainable, or is it a warning sign? A growing number of industry analysts genuinely worry this pace amounts to a kind of bubble. Launching this many models this quickly makes it genuinely difficult for any single manufacturer to properly test, refine, and support each one long term. And there have already been real concerns raised about inconsistent quality control across smaller, less established brands specifically. There's also a real oversupply problem. Production capacity across the industry as a whole reportedly exceeds actual domestic demand by a significant margin, which is a major reason so many of these companies are now aggressively looking to export vehicles to other countries at very competitive prices. Impressive speed and genuine instability can both be true about the exact same industry at the exact same time. And that export push is exactly why this matters far beyond one country's borders. These competitively priced vehicles are already flooding into markets across Europe, Southeast Asia, Latin America, and the Middle East. And they're beginning to put real pressure on established automakers in those regions to lower prices and speed up their own development timelines just to keep up. In the US specifically, tariffs and trade restrictions have so far kept most of these vehicles out directly, but the broader competitive pressure is still being felt industry-wide, pushing manufacturers everywhere to rethink how slowly and expensively they've traditionally developed new models. Whether or not you ever personally buy one of these 650 cars, the sheer pace being set is already reshaping how quickly every other car company on Earth feels forced to move. So, stepping back, is 650 new car models in 1 year a genuine triumph of manufacturing innovation or a symptom of an unsustainable bubble waiting to correct itself? Honestly, it's both, and that's the most accurate way to think about it. The manufacturing efficiency and integrated supply chain making this possible is a genuinely remarkable achievement that's forcing the entire global auto industry to move faster than it ever has before. At the same time, a market this saturated, with margins this thin and quality control this inconsistent across smaller players, is very unlikely to sustain 100+ separate brands indefinitely. A significant wave of consolidation, mergers, and outright failures among the weaker brands seems genuinely likely within the next few years, even as the strongest players keep getting stronger and faster. So, do you think this pace of innovation is genuinely exciting, or does it worry you a little? Let me know your honest take in the comments below. If you found this breakdown interesting, subscribe, because we're going to keep tracking how this plays out as consolidation starts happening in this market. See you in the next one.